Don't ask me what time it is. I don't know and I don't care. I only care about my Father's time. My Father is God. I am the unknown prophet of God, if you like it or not. And folks, I like to talk about, or I want to talk about, I like to talk about nothing, because I wish that I was not there for you. Maybe that was the best thing for me to happen, that I was not there for you. But, well, no one can change this. And I am there. And, yeah, with a very sad story. Well, you all know, or for the people who listen, I wish that many more will come to this channel and listen about the real truth. And this all did started on the end of 2012, folks. Something unbelievable did happen. And yeah, if you don't see it, folks, then you don't know, then it is simply not there. You know, so I try to explain what really did happen with me. And me also, I am well, there is a lot of unbelief in me when this did start to happen. And I never did ask for the things what did happen to me. You know, I just wish that I was not your storyteller. But I am, folks, and it's a very sad story. And this did started on the end of 2012. This is when everything did start. Everything did change. The story is really unbelievable. You know, if this kind of things will happen to you, you will go to a nut house. They will put you into they will think that you are crazy. You understand? So, you need to understand reality, what is reality and what is not reality. When you start to walk with God, you don't know anymore what is reality and what is not reality, you know? You are between it, and God show you the unreality things, you know? And this is what can make you easy crazy. But this is really what did happen with me. I was between reality and I did not know anymore what was reality and what was not reality. And this is when God comes, you get this kind of boost inside of you. You understand? It's some kind of powerful something. I cannot even explain, folks. It's it shake your whole life, you know. You become someone else. Yeah. This time you become someone of God, and that's very low by the human beings. The human beings do not have the mind of the people who God gave power to, you know. So you are the low-ranking people of this world, and God will not go to everyone to touch, and no, it must be special, you know. It's not that uh, it's I cannot explain. I just cannot explain. It's also very difficult to explain. That's why I cannot explain, of course. So I tell you about the things I saw. I tell you that this come from God. And I tell you that I do walk with God, that I do love God, that God is my Father, and that I am His child. That sounds far from reality, right? But I can do nothing about it. For I tell you, folks, it is true. I'm very honest with you. It is very true. When this did start on the end of 2012, I think it was 22 December or 23, 24, but something. It was exactly in the time that people did say the world will be destroyed. They thought that the world will be destroyed. You know, the Maya people did talk about it, and they also thought that that the Maya people did see this kind of things, you know, this pyramid, old people from a long time ago, and that the world will not exist anymore. This was exactly the day this did started to happen with me. Like something did go open and it did come in, you know. And yeah, that was the Spirit of God. And yeah, that I talk with God all the time, and it's very real, folks. It's very real. I always talk with God. I saw God many times, you know. I've been to places with God. I've been to His place with God. I've been to families with God. Families of God. So people of God. I've been with them. I saw angels. Lots of angels. More angels than this world can count on people. And they did have different colors. So, yeah, I saw other planets with people on it, and also with their problems, and I saw a lot. I was on the moon and I could not walk there. It was like I was standing on nothing. It was just a bright light. I also saw nothing. I only did understand that I was by the moon. But the moon is bright like the sun. It's a light. It's a light for the night, for the evening. Like the sun is a light for the day. So, if you are on the moon, you see nothing. It's this bright light that your eyes will be like, you will be immediately blind or something, the light is too strong, too hard for your eyes. It definitely will blind you. But I saw many things. I saw that there will come a war, and this will be World War III. You never thought that it will be possible to happen, but we are very close by now. And this I did say 7 years ago, almost. In that time, people did laugh in my face, and now they almost cry in my face. So now I say to the crying people in my face, go out of my face. You did not understand me then. You will not understand me now. Go away. So, but end of 2012, everything did start. And it did start in my life. God did show me, He did pull me away, far away from earth, and we are together. And I was looking to this world. And then suddenly I did not see the world anymore. I told my Father God, where is the world? And Father God told me, I show you, and He threw me back down, and I was standing in the middle of America. And I did hear many little children and big people fighting, crying in water, mangled with blood, and the blood was till my knees, above my knees, and I saw fingers and eyes and heads, and everything was in that water, you know, and buildings what did collapse, and all, everything, storm and hail, rain, thunder, lightning, a mixed up, unbelievable thing I saw. And then I told my father, yeah, Father God, I saw this movie already, because I thought Father God showed me the movie 2012. But God told me, but this is not a movie. This is reality. This is what will happen. And I started to cry. And I told my Father God, no. But it is yes. And when I saw those things, folks, I thought by myself, I wish that I never was touched by God. Because I'm gonna tell you everything. Really everything. And this without PayPal or a bank account. You understand? I always will be free and tell you exactly what's going on. This is the power I did get from God. The power will come out of my mouth like a sharp sword. But the first time when I started to walk with God, I did not understand what was reality and what was no reality. But now I know what is reality and what is no reality. I will explain about reality and what is not reality. So I will give you two movies. I will give you an action movie, and I will give you a porn movie. And then I want to ask you, which one of these two is the hard reality and which one is a lie? Do you understand where I want to go? You cannot fake porn. It's always real. But you can fake the rest of the movies. You understand? But what is happening in the porn movies is very bloody real. It's definitely very real. You never can fake this. But the normal movie, action movies or horror movies or, that kind of movies, you understand that is not real. But there, in porno movies, they are real, naked, and they are really do it with each other. You cannot fake this. You can fake when you come and you say, "Oh, I come." This is what you can fake. But the human flesh on each other, you never can fake it. So what is reality? And what is not reality? What is real and what is unreal? And folks, really, in the beginning, when this started to happen, I was running into my street. And I told the people what I all saw. Because I directly, when I was touched, I did go on the floor on my knees, and a voice told me, "Stand up." And the voice was hard. It did not want to let me go down on my knees. In that time, I did call it an it, because I did not know that this was gone. Even when he did talk to me and he told me, "I'm your father and you are my son," I did not understand that this was gone. And then I did go back to my bed, because I could not go down to eat and drink and all that kind of things. I was locked up in my own room. I could not make any step. I only could go back to my bed. So I did go back to my bed. And then I did get directly, when I did close my eyes, visions. This was the first time I did go into a vision, and I was there. I could touch everything, eat everything, smell everything. I was there, but I was in my bed, because I did hear the children outside. They were playing, and I thought, what is going on? How is it possible that I am in my bed? But the vision bring me far away from where I am. And I was there together with God. I saw God building my vision. And out of this, what he did build, I could go into the story of that vision. And the first thing I saw, eyes and the house of the devil, or the where he is, or where he was, because now he is in America. But he was in a place, in a dirty place. He also do have many people with him, many people who are locked up and chained, they cannot run away. And these are demons or something, or start to become a demon. And like spirits. Very strange. That's what I saw. And I saw a whole planet of that kind of people, you know, and they did shapeshift. They did shapeshift all the time. They don't want to be recognizable. They did shapeshift all the time. And this is where you people will fight with. You understand? They are ready for, well, to take over this planet. The devil want to take over this planet. And the devil is real like God is real. But you think that God is not real. But you will think more easy that the devil is real. And I'm telling you, they're both very real. And you living in this. So you live in the most exciting time ever in your life. It will be like in the movies, but then for real. I'm warning you folks, these are the things I saw, and these are the things what will come. And you tell me, why will I lie? I almost did become crazy when God did come to me the first time. I did run outside and I told the people, oh people, I don't know what did happen, but I see things, and when I see it, it starts to happen. I only have to click on the TV or the computer and I start to see exactly the things God did give me. God? Yes, God was visiting me and He did give me these unbelievable things to see. And people thought, this boy don't have it anymore. He's crazy. He will become crazy. Now I'm asking you folks, do I sound so crazy? Huh? Can I learn you maybe something? Will you learn something from this crazy folk? Huh? I'm asking you. Do you think I'm crazy? Or will you think, yeah, this guy is so to the point. Something did happen with him. Why will I lie, folks? Why will I lie? I'm always with God. Always. And this did happen never before, because I did not like God. Like I told you many times in videos, I did not like God. And I did have a very good reason for it. Because I saw his son hanging, and then you are no father if you let your son in pain. And that's why I was mad with God. But little do I understand. I never did know that Jesus Christ is God. So it was God in pain, never Jesus Christ. It was God himself. But go into the spirit of Jesus Christ, folks. You cannot do what I do. You must go into Jesus Christ. Will you prove of God? You must go into Jesus Christ, or you never will see God. I'm telling you, folks, this is really the truth. Go into Jesus Christ, or you never will see my Father God. Never. So go into Jesus Christ. Not in front of him or around him or in him, folks. Go in him. And start to learn. Start to learn, start to walk like him, start to see the things he saw. Start to just do him. Go into him and become like him. And do exactly what Jesus Christ will do. And did do. And you will see my Father. But only then you will see my Father. Or else you will never see my Father. And that's the truth. And if you don't do this, folks, you will be so sorry. You're gonna miss so much. You will see unbelievable things for your eyes you never saw in your life before. Yeah, you saw it in movies maybe. People made it up. You understand? But this time, you're gonna see it all for real. Because everything in what you think do not exist, it do exist. Everything you saw in movies, it do exist. But only when you walk with God. And that's why I say, I did not understand reality and no reality. This was mixed up and I did not understand it. I thought I was crazy or something, you know. I become crazy. And that's why I talk about these two movies is a nice example in what is real and what is not real. So now you understand. Porn movies, you never can fake it. It's real. But the movies you see on TV, like Kung Fu movies, that they fly into buildings and all that kind of shit, you know, it's not real. You understand? or that they hit you and you fly 10 meters away, you know that it's not real. That power do not exist into this world. Or action movies, or movies in space, or whatever. As long as it got nothing to do with porn, then it is not real. You understand? So when you see an action movie and you see that someone hit someone else on the eye, it's not real. You understand? It's not real. And when I was a little boy, I saw this kind of movies, and my mom told me always, it's not real, my son. It's not real. It's just a movie. You know? But I could not watch porn movies. My mom say, go to bed. You understand? But with action movies, I could watch them. But when there was a porn movie coming, or some kind of that, you know, naked, and then I did go to bed. My mom told me, go to bed. You're not gonna watch this. Because my mom bloody well know that that is real. These are real people who doing that thing with each other. And licking each other and all that kind of shit, you know? It's very real. So do understand the reality of things and what is not real. Keep these two apart from each other. Because when you start to walk with God, you will get a boost and you will be mixed up in reality and what is not real. You understand? You cannot keep it apart anymore. It will come together. And this is how you can become very crazy if you do not know anymore what is reality and what is not real. It's a mind-blowing story, folks. But it is very true. And you know. So keep by the reality. So you better start to listen to me. I am reality. I really did come by the touch of God. I cannot say that I did come from heaven. No, I was born here on earth. But I can't say that I am touched by God and that I miss the place where God is. And that's why I tell you, in the day God did touch me, I told my Father God, take me away from here. I see that I do not belong to these people. But Father God told me, no, my son, that will not happen. And I was crying because I always want to be with God. So, and well, it did happen many times in the days I did walk with God, that God did stay away for 3 months or something. And then I started to ask, where are you? Do you still love me? Are you still with me? Are you still following me? Where are you? And then the next day I see a man, and this man tell me that he is he did say, yeah, I go and move to my son somewhere else, another place, so you don't see me anymore. And I told him, but do you still love me? And he told me, you are the apple of my eyes. And then I thought, wow, that is not you, folk. That is God. Because I know exactly what God will say. He will say exactly the same thing. But this did come out of this man. And I was together with other people, and these other people also did look up strange, like, huh? What did the man told you? I told them, yeah, he did say that he is the apple of my eyes or something. And then the woman did say, do you know him? And I told her, no, not that good. I mean, sometimes I see him. He put paper into the papers he did do. So sometimes I did see him, or he did walk with the dog, but he did not live in my place. He did live more far away from me. So I did not see him many times. But I know him from hi and bye-bye, But this is what the man did say. And it was exactly on the day I did ask my Father God, do you still love me? Are you still with me? Do you still follow me? And then any time when I did ask this, people come and tell me that they love me and all that kind of things, And then I hear out of these people that God used these people, and I hear God talking to me. And then I do understand, oh, so God still do love me, But I did get many of these kind of things. People will walk through it and will never understand what I see. They will never see it, I saw a trash can with a number on it, and I put the numbers together, and I go to the number on the trash can. Because I thought something gonna happen there. And it did. You understand? So it's really mind-blowing. My life is very mind-blowing. Sometimes I do not understand what is reality and what is unreal. So what is real and what is unreal. Sometimes I cannot keep it away from each other. But now I can do this more easy. I know now what is reality. I also know what God can do. And I also know that everything is possible and everything do exist. That's what God told me. God told me everything is possible and everything exists. When you walk with God, everything is possible and everything exists. So what you see in this world, if you see Rising Dion, a movie like that, he playing with the fish and his mom say, put them back into the water because they need water or they die. And he put water around it, Here is this a lying reality. You understand? But by God, it is possible for real. God can do those things. You understand? So in the world of God, you're going to see that kind of things you never saw in your life here on earth before. Yeah, only in movies. But with God, this is reality. And you will get the shock of your life. For the first time you go to heaven, you get the shock of your life. You will stand in the middle of a movie and you will think, oh man, I'm in a movie. And God need to wake you up like he did wake me up. You understand? When God did show me the end of the world, I thought I was watching the movie 2012, the end of the world. But God told me, no, this is not a movie. This is reality. This what you saw is real. Many people will die. And I was like, whoa. So I saw the movie, and I saw it many times, But I never thought that I will see almost exact the same movie for real, folks, here in this world. That is unbelievable. That's why I thought, and that's why I say, so reality and what is not reality. So what is real and what is unreal. And when you get this from God, you don't know anymore what is real and what is unreal. You need to learn about this thing, You also will get many things other people cannot do. I'm a mind reader and I'm a talker. Yeah, I can talk whenever I like. I don't need any paper and I don't have to think about what I'm gonna say or something, I just can talk always. This is my thing. I can do it always. I never have to stop talking again. You understand? And I always can come with something. Something someone else never can come with. Because they do not walk with God. So they don't know nothing. So they are in the reality what is a lie. And I am in the reality what is real. But you people, when you are there, you will think that you are standing in the middle of a lie. You understand? That's God. That's God. Then you standing next to God. If you think that you are standing in a lie, then you are standing next to God. Because there is the real reality, and here it is all a lie. But to be with God, you need to learn to understand what God exactly can do and want from you and want to learn you and all that kind of things, folks. And this go deep and high and far, and you will get unbelievable, mind-blowing things. You cannot understand if you will not learn about it. You know, it's so high. You can become crazy very easy because you don't know what is reality and what is real and what is unreal. You don't know it anymore. Definitely when you start to walk with God, you get this boost into you, and that's really unbelievable. And you don't know it anymore. The only thing you still can think is, send me to a nut house. I become crazy or something, or sick, you know. This is the first thing. When you go with God, you get this thing, this mind-blowing thing. You will become crazy if you do not watch out. You know, God needs to help you in the way you walk. So I can walk outside, folks, and well, I did get it many times. I need to go to the store and it's raining, and I tell my Father God, no, it's raining, but yeah, I need to go. Then I will become wet, and then I go outside and it stops raining. You understand? It did happen many times, and I told my Father God, "Whoa, Father God, this is mind-blowing. I cannot tell the people, because the people will think I'm crazy." But I told you, folks. I told you. I told you I get these things all the time. You know? I told you. And it's up to you if you will go for it or not. For I will not use belief. Belief is a thing but do not exist. So go for it or don't go for it. Think that I'm crazy or think that I speak the truth. You understand? That is up to you, folks. But the things I'm telling you, they are very real. You understand? No lies. How is it possible that I ever will lie? I walk with God. God never did lie. Why will I? I really do walk with God. So when you are with God, you think that you are in a lie. That this is not reality. God needs to learn you so that you will understand that this is reality. You understand? It's a very different world than this. But here you did learn already what is reality and what is not true. You understand? And you will find this back in movies. So what you see in movies, that people can levitate things and all that kind of thing, they did get this from something. And that's why I do understand there are people who've been with God in that time here on earth, or it never will be possible that you will see these freaking things in movies. like levitating and witchcraft and all these things. You understand? Everything what you see and you cannot understand the lying reality, you know. But this is also when you go with God. It's a lying reality. Well, that's what you think. But this time you are not standing in the movie. You are standing directly for God. And there you also see the same things you see now in the movies. God is working with that thing all the time. You know? So for God it's normal. And for me now also it's normal. I see those things and I do understand, oh yeah, that's normal, right? But in the beginning, I almost did become crazy, man. I thought, there I go, man, I come crazy. And screaming on the street that I saw things and I say things and start to happen. And all that kind of things I did get inside, you know. And people thought I'm crazy. So I started to talk about the war I saw. And people started to laugh in my face. Do they laugh now? It's almost time for this thing. Like I did explain almost 7 years ago. And 7 years are almost finished. This got something to do with this war, folks. But don't worry, I get another 7 years. I'm not leaving yet. There will come another 7 years. And these are the 7 last years of your life. Creepy, huh? And on the end of that story, I close the book. And what will happen with you, folks? Well, that's up to you. I told you what you must do. But if you never did listen, then you never will know. So folks, and people talk about wonders. If someone saw wonders, it will be me. If someone did do wonders, it will also be me. You understand? I really do walk with God. And I can do things. I can make you sick and I can heal you, if I like. But that's up to God. I do nothing without God. Get it, folks? I do nothing without God. Well, I can do nothing without God. I cannot say to God, Father God, bye-bye, I will do it alone. My powers are gone. Completely gone. Because I did leave God. And that's not the meaning. I'm gonna die with God. You understand? If this is possible. I'm gonna die with God. Because if God is not there, there is also no me. That's the truth, Eva. Really. If there is no God, there is also no me. If there was no God, then you never did hear me here. Very easy, right? I don't know how more easy I can be than this, folks. If there was no God, there was no me. There was no talking boy who tried to make you completely crazy in the things he really did see. Because you think I do not talk about reality. But you will wait and see.